Some years ago, on August 6th, I was honored to take part in a very moving ceremony. Over 50,000 people, including locals and foreigners, dignitaries and everyday men and women, were gathered together in a park to commemorate a terrible day which some of them remember and which has left its black mark on the whole world. The mayor, the governor, the prime minister, the secretary general of the United Nations, and other dignitaries delivered moving speeches. At 8:15 in the morning, the bells from every temple rang out, sirens wailed through the city, and the entire assembly, indeed the entire population, observed a minute of silence. It seemed that even the birds held back their singing, for birds and humans alike were forever silenced at that moment 71 years before. The park is called Peace Memorial Park. The town bears a name that all the world remembers with a shudder: Hiroshima. Why had we come together? What were we commemorating? We were remembering the 150,000 human beings incinerated on that terrible day. We were remembering the countless children condemned to a slow living death from the effects of the radiation. We were remembering the 80,000 others who fell victim to the other bomb 3 days later in Nagasaki. What were we remembering? We were remembering the fires of hell raining down upon innocent civilians. We were remembering that humanity has now advanced to the point where we can thoroughly and efficiently and very, very quickly destroy our entire planet. We were remembering the inexpressible horror of modern war. We were remembering a day and a time whose nightmare cannot be exaggerated. We were remembering the evil, the hatred, the utter annihilation of which only the human heart is capable. We were remembering that in this blazing inferno a new age had dawned for humankind, and it was terrifying. That was the morning ceremony. We gazed backwards into the flames of destruction, which remain both a hellish memory and a very real modern threat. The evening brought a commemoration of the same tragic event, but an entirely different ritual. Here, too, we gazed at flames, but these flames flickered from tens of thousands of colorful paper lanterns, exquisitely decorated by the children of the city and set floating slowly down the river in a peaceful, powerful, and unstoppable procession on the water, to pass before and bathe in light the haunting skeleton of a once magnificent building that is now the atomic bomb dome. Each burning lantern carried a paper which we had written with our own hands, a personal prayer, a message of peace, a plea of hope for a world without fear. Just as nothing can describe the horrors of the flames of war, which in one awful moment put an end to so many human lives and the better part of our humanity, so too there are no words to describe the awesome power of these flames of love piercing the darkness of the night, this moving moment of otherworldliness that on the floating flames of these little lanterns truly transported the hearts of all of us present into another world, a better world, a world of peace, a world of hope, a world we instinctively and immediately knew to be the world of God. At no time in my life did those strange and powerful words echo so strongly in my heart. I have come to set the world on fire, and how I wish it were already blazing. Not the fire of hate, but the fire of hope. Not the fire that extinguishes life, but the fire that extinguishes death. Not the awful fire of the bombs of men, but the awesome fire of the Spirit of God. I have come to set the world on fire, and how I wish it were already blazing, penetrating the impenetrable darkness, and illuminating the skeletal relics of that which we were made to be, of that which we have ceased to be, of that which we are still capable of being. How I wish it were already blazing, burning, consuming, transforming every useless, pious, self-appeasing moment of silence into a dynamic moment of fiery and passionate protest, fierce and fiery action, fearless and fiery prophetic voices crying loudly to the heavens and to the conscience of humanity. I have come to set the world on fire, and how I wish it were already blazing on every river, in every land, in every human heart, ravaged and raped and ripped apart by war and fear and hate and pain and chains and wrongs and all that holds it down in death, in dark and deep and everlasting night. The fire is lit and is already blazing. Where are the lanterns to carry it courageously through the darkest night on unknown waters into a self-destructing world perpetually at war with its own blind self? The fire is burning, ready to consume hate in its flames of love, bring warmth to a world grown pitifully cold, illumine hearts in its new and ancient and timeless light. Let it blaze up brightly in your heart and in mine, for who indeed will be its lanterns if not you and I? Let us set sail now before it is too late, before one more bomb, before one more war, before one more moment of cold, dark silence. Together, as frail yet blazing paper lanterns, let us set the world on fire.